Alright, what's up everybody? This video checking out every new unit from the Fairy Tail update in Anime Rangers X. A little bit late to getting this video out, the Celestial Mage took me a very long time, but a few units did actually get reworked or buffed within the time that I was actually grinding to get these units. So I don't know, even if you've already seen these units, they might be changed from the last time you saw them. But we have level 100 everybody, the Sovereign trait, O plus everything, no gear, no curses, and no hyper or ultra evolution. Starting off with my Salamander Evo, he is 1.5k to place down. If you check him out here, 115k damage over 1.9 seconds. He is a... oh, he just got killed. Hold on. He is a circle AoE. And for the passives here, we have pretty much when something dies, he's going to do a lot more ability damage, like a little mini nuke type of thing. Then we have Fire Eater. This unit inflicts all enemies in range with burn for 200% of his damage every second for 5 seconds. After being placed on the field for more than 30 seconds, this unit will instead burn for 400%, instead of the 200%. And finally, Lead Dragon Hunter. This unit grants himself and allied units in range a 10% buff to all stats when burning 5 plus enemies consecutively, or when burning the same enemy for 15 consecutive seconds or more. So we're going to spawn him in again. But interesting passives, kind of burn based and a little bit of a support type of thing. If we actually get into the upgrades though, first upgrade at 2150, then at 3.5k, 4.5k, check out the stats on him the whole way through. Upgrade 5 we get Fire Dragon Brilliant Flame, and he becomes, looks like already a line AoE. Max him out, he's doing 614k damage every 1.4 seconds, line AoE, and then the ability damage, we have a 3.99 million ability damage every 22 seconds. Oh, by the way, just a quick word, sorry for not uploading recently. I don't know, I probably should have said this at the beginning, but all the tower defense games I usually play have been kind of dead, and I've not been feeling too great. So perfect time for me to take a break, but you know, hopefully everything will kind of become more active again soon. Anyways, yeah, next unit, moving on from Salamander. Next up we have my shiny Spirit Queen Evo. Looks like she's a Cone AoE on placement for 1.75k. I'll check out the passives here. That is a lot to read. Okay, when she attacks, she's going to build up a charge, and at 5 charges she can have a chance to attack twice. Okay, she generates energy, so kind of like Shenron, she kind of builds up from attacking, and it can make enemies take more damage, so maybe a good support unit, probably. I'm trying to summarize what I'm reading here, because like, wow, wall of text, but, and then the third passive is like a random buff, kind of, I think, which is, yeah, really a support unit. I mean, it can be really good if you get lucky, I guess, so huge buff if you get good RNG on that. Otherwise, not too crazy, though. But anyways, let's check out the damage here. So, on placement with 42.25k damage every 2.8 seconds. We upgrade her for 3k. Then 4.75k, then 7.25k, and then upgrade 4 she gains Urano Metoria. If I upgrade her, she is still a Cone AoE, and doing pretty okay damage though, 11.25k for the next upgrade. Maxed out, she is still a very weird Cone AoE, doing 329k every 2.5 seconds with 1.65 million ability damage every 21.3. I don't know if I might just be tweaking, but I feel like her health is actually pretty high, so she's like kind of tanky, maybe, and a pretty good buffer, if anything. I think her main value is going to be from her passives here. I know I didn't fully read these, my bad. Kind of mentioned it a little bit, but I'm just not feeling great recently. I've been kind of sick, but I think she's a pretty good buffer. Anyways, moving on to the next unit. Now we're getting into the Seeker unit, so we have Fairy Queen here. Placement cost of 3.4k. As far as I can tell, pretty good damage on placement, line AoE. I've checked the passive, she is going to... oh man, I don't know what's up with this game, like the tiny font, it's really hard to read. Dragon Slayer Seal. After a successful ability, this unit's next attack increases damage taken by enemies with bleed by 10% for 10 seconds with a 40-second cooldown. The unit's attacks alternate in sequence, so she has like alternating attacks here. First one applies bleed and deals 50% damage, second one deals 100% damage, third one is 80% damage and full AoE, fourth one is 60% damage, but if they are bleeding it deals 110%, and then fifth one 50% damage and immediately triggers the ability. First upgrade is 4.2k. Upgrade 3, she gains Wind Flash. Right now, still a line AoE. She becomes a circle AoE. And pretty good damage. If we max her out here. I think that damage number is pretty high for raw damage. 4 gear, that's actually pretty crazy. 680k every 1.4. Especially with the alternating passive of like occasionally doing full AoE damage. Pretty alright, I think. Pretty much 0 supporting value, but a good damage dealer. Next up is Celestial Mage. And this guy took me the longest to grind, so hopefully he's pretty good. Placement cost of 4,750. He is doing circle AoE 220k every 1.9 on placement. Not bad. Passives here. Okay, Magic Seal. Oh my goodness, man. Again, a lot to read. He's immune to the first 6 attacks dealt to him. When he's inflicted with any status, he's going to cleanse it and gain evasion. So, he is good at dodging attacks, okay, cool. All attacks have a 40% chance to apply Starlight Burn. Okay, he burns them, they blow up, they nerf their accuracy, so he's even better at dodging. And then at Teleport Sigil, every 15 seconds he's going to dodge an incoming attack and then become invincible. So more attack dodging. He's also going to nerf enemy attack speed and permanent movement speed. Enemies affected with Stardust have reduced accuracy by 40% and are slowed by 35%. Okay, so he's a lot of debuffing the enemies, making them miss their attacks and slowing them down. We get into the upgrades here. First one is 6k. He gains the Grand Chariot, really. What does that do? Gonna have to use it maybe? Active ultimate. Can't really find the info anywhere. I don't know, respectfully, I don't know how ARX has this many players, bro. This update was not good on release. Like, when I was playing it, it was a buggy mess, the units weren't even finished. I don't know. No hate. But anyways, let's get back on track. 1.17 mil every 1 point. I mean, okay, maxed out 1.64 mil every 1.4. He's not bad. I feel like with the passives and the like burn and explosion thing, actually really good damage for what he does. He's kind of like a debuffer, really high survivability with like spam dodging. Finally, we have the Dark Sorcerer. This is probably the second hardest unit to obtain from the update. Check out the passives here. Okay. Apparently use an ultimate to swap his form. One form is a 10% buff to all stats. Enemies hit gain decay at 20 stacks or when stacks drop to 0. Convert decay to overload. Decay is going to nerf their speed and buff the damage they take from this guy. And he's going to lose 1 stack every 5 seconds. The overload is going to reduce their damage, nerf their SPA, and nerf their range with a max of 15. In the final form, he's going to lose damage but attack faster. He's going to kind of steal their damage and kind of copy it for 1 attack. It's actually not that bad if you pair him with the right, like, super strong, heavy hitting damage dealer. I mean, his own damage isn't that bad right now. We get into the upgrades here. First one at 5,250, and he gains the Dark and attack or ability. Looks like it was an ability, and that might swap his form. If I use it, yeah, it's his ultimate. He's going to swap his form. Okay. I don't really know what form we're in now, but I'm just going to click it and just kind of go through all of them eventually. But keep going on upgrades here. How's he looking? Pretty high damage. And he becomes just a big circle AoE. Kind of like a selfish damage dealer, taking other people's damage and everything. But yeah, he's pretty okay. I don't think he's that crazy, especially for how long it took me to get him and Celestial Mage. These units are kind of underwhelming. So that was every unit from the Fairy Tail update in Anime Rangers X. After all the patches, or most of the patches so far, that were buffing and reworking the units. So these are kind of, hopefully, the final forms of them. They're not going to change anymore. Again, sorry for not uploading recently. I'm kind of feeling sick, if you can't tell from how bad I am at talking today. And also, tower defense games have been kind of dead, but hopefully they come back soon. Anyways, I hope this video shows you kind of what all the new units can do, even though I'm pretty bad at explaining everything. Let me know what you think about the units in the comments down below. I think they're pretty alright. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.